In this installment, we're going to be going over the MLB bet slate for June 10th on Tuesday. Let's get into it. Welcome back to the channel. It's your boy Chef D, and I'm here to give you the winning ingredients for our MLB slate we got going on for the 9th of June. But before we do dive into that, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe to the channel. Make sure you follow me on Instagram and Twitter at MetsNetChefD. Don't forget about that TikTok at Chef_D91, and don't forget about that Patreon. Right now, we're at the homepage of the YouTube channel, currently at 10.3 thousand subscribers. This is the road to 20K, and we're well on our way because you guys are showing up each and every single day. If you're already subscribed, continue to like and comment. That helps the YouTube algorithm so you can grow to a much broader audience. All right, now for our previous video, if you tuned in, you got a banger here. All right, I don't know what's going on in the comment section with haters, but that's on you guys. I keep it transparent. I tell you when I'm losing, I tell you when I'm winning. And in that last one here for game number 3, I gave you the San Antonio Spurs. Everyone was counting out the Spurs, saying the series is over. I don't know what you guys were watching, but the series is far from over. Absolutely far from over. Knicks were celebrating like they already won. Everywhere you could look, saying it was done. It's done. This is it. This is it. They're gonna go back home, and that's it. But I'm like, didn't the team went on the road or was down against Timberwolves and came back? Weren't they down to the Thunder in the MVP, down 3-2, came back and won the series? So I don't understand what's going on with these Knicks fans. They get a little taste, go a little bit crazy. So we cashed in on the Spurs, as you can see. Right here, I had 2 top plays. I had the Rays as my number 1 play, and I had the Spurs, as you can see right here, plus 110. Cash that ticket, and we move on. All right, so if you want more of these winning plays, you click on that link provided down below. You're gonna get full access to daily bets, future bets, and access to that group chat that goes off 24/7. First game here in Orioles Park here at Camden Yards. 31-36, the Baltimore Orioles going against the Seattle Mariners here, 35-32. Checking out the pitching matchup here. Logan Gilbert, 3.79 ERA, 4-4 record, 77 strikeouts, 17 walks, and a 1.10 whip. Going against Trevor Rogers, 6.29 ERA, 3-6, 41 Ks, 19 walks, and a 1.51 whip. Looking at this matchup here in the odds, we have the Mariners as slight favorites on the road, -124. Comeback of the Orioles at a plus 104. Total at 8.5. All right, so this one here, you got to dig deep. Our initial look, it's like, hey, Logan Gilbert's on the mound, and he's been phenomenal on the road. This should be a smash spot for the Mariners. All right, Logan Gilbert here, as you can see, he has some big home road splits. Small sample size on the road, but he has the ERA under 1. All right, so under 1 ERA, phenomenal numbers there. But we do have some expected regression coming to lefties and righties. Looking at that xFIP at above 3. Right now his FIP is at 1.69 and 2.74. So regression should be coming for him. And this could be a spot of that. All right, this definitely could be a spot against Baltimore. They're on a losing streak right now, but they are hungry at home, trying to get a win. Now, Trevor Rogers here has struggled. This is a lefty, has struggled so far this year at home and on the road, giving up a 284 average. But the key factor in this one, which could be the real big X factor, right? Let's look at MLB teams versus left-handed pitching. And literally, the Seattle Mariners are the worst team in the league against lefties. All right, so this could, for Trevor Rogers, this literally could be the best matchup for him here. They have a 209 batting average here, home runs at 21, which is, they're getting some power, but they have struggled to hit against them. They are bottom in the league against with runs versus lefties and RBIs. All right, so this is definitely a spot where we could take advantage and get some value on the home team. All right, so if you want to play this game, give me the Orioles plus 1.5. I like that play. They're definitely viable for a win in this one. And I like the under 8.5. In this one. I like Logan Gilbert. I think he's going to pitch strong. I think there's going to be opportunities for the Orioles to take some shots. But I also like Trevor Rogers on the other end against this lineup that struggle against lefties. He can have a successful day. So under 8.5, secondary play, main play, Orioles plus 1.5. Next up here in Comerica Park, we have the Detroit Tigers, 27-39, going up against the Minnesota Twins here, 30-37. Two similar bottom feeders here in the AL Central and rivals. Looking at the odds, we have the Tigers as home favorites, -123. Twins with the comeback at a +104. Total at 8. And spread is at a 1.5. All right. Now looking at the pitching matchup here between these two guys, Todd Bradley having a nice year since leaving the Rays on the Twins, 3.56 ERA, 5-2 record, 70 strikeouts, 26 walks, and a 1.32 WHIP. Troy Melton has come up and has been phenomenal. 1.74 ERA, 2-0 record, 9 Ks, 6 walks, and a .87 WHIP. He has pitched phenomenal since he's come up. As you can see here, they called him up. He had 3 starts, 5 2/3, 1 earned run. Then against the White Sox, 7 innings, 1 earned run, and then against the Rays, who can hit 8 innings, 2 earned runs, and 5 Ks. All right, so very impressive what I've seen from him. Taj Bradley, like I said, has been really good this season. A 3.68 ERA on the road, 230 average. Solid numbers here when we're looking at him across the board. Now, this is a rivalry matchup, I believe. Let's see. Did they have a game already on Monday? Let me double check. No. So they haven't played since in a couple months. The Twins aren't in a good form right now. All right, they've lost 4 of their last 5 games. Tigers on the other end had a bumpy start in the beginning of the year, but they're turning things around, winning 4 of their last 5 games. We got a day-to-day on their main hitter in Byron Buxton as well. So that's another thing in the cap here for the Minnesota Twins, and that's why they struggled. All right, they're missing their number 1 hitter at the top, and that's going to make them easier to pitch to. And I'm going to be on the side of Troy Melton and the rookie. I think he continues his hot start. Give me the Detroit Tigers here on the money line at the -123. And if I'm looking at the total, I would lean towards the under 8, but the main play, Tigers money line. Next up here in St. Louis, we have the Cardinals, 35-28, going against the New York Mets, 29-36 in this one here. Pitching matchup, Dustin May going up against Freddie Peralta. May is 4.59 ERA, 3-6 record, 60 Ks, 19 walks, 1.29 WHIP. Freddie Peralta, 3.63 ERA, 4-4 record, 74 strikeouts, 30 walks, and a 1.32 WHIP. Looking at the odds, Mets are home favorites, -132. Comeback of the Cardinals at a +111. Total is set at 8. All right, so this is a really good matchup here. They've already played earlier in the season, and this is a spot where St. Louis won that series 2-1. Both teams are preparing pretty well here. Cardinals are on fire, 4 games in a row. Mets have won 3 out of their last 5 matchups, and now they're coming back home after a long road trip. All right, so looking at this one here, Dustin May has been solid on the road. Looking at his numbers overall, 4.23 ERA. The average is low. That's key at a 2.45. If we're looking at some of his other peripherals, he's been really good against righties, a little bit shaky against lefties, giving up a 1.76 home run per 9 and a 288 batting average and a 1.5 WHIP. So lefties here, Juan Soto, AJ Ewing, Brett Beatty, these are some guys that can have some success against Dustin May. And then Freddie Peralta, on the other hand, it was supposed to be coming in phenomenal last year. He has pitched not so well at home compared to his away starts. 4.19 ERA at home, 48 strikeouts, and the 246 batting average. If we're looking at the splits there at home, it is lefties he's given up hits to. The WHIP is at 1.47, and the home run per 9 is at 11. His home run per 9 is at 1.23, and he's walking at a very high clip to lefties and righties, so giving opportunity to other bats. So this game here, I like the over. I think both of these teams here, lefties against May, should have some success, and then Cardinals should have some success against Freddie Peralta. So over 8 is my secondary play. I really like the Cardinals in this spot here. I'll be taking them at +1.5 as the main play with May on the mound. Last but not least here in Chicago, at guaranteed rate field. We have the White Sox 34-31 going up against the Braves 45-21. Pitching matchup in this one: Grant Holmes, 3.86 ERA, 4-2, 57 strikeouts, 27 walks, 1.32 WHIP. Going up against Izert here. This is going to be a bullpen game with Eric Fetty getting the majority of innings. But Izert 3.21 ERA, 1-0 record, 15 Ks, 1.21 WHIP. All right, he's not going to be in there long. All right, bullpen game here for the White Sox. All right, now this particular matchup, if we're looking at these two teams, we have a red hot team here in Atlanta winning 4 of the last 5. Chicago, despite the fact they surprised people and they're over 500. They have lost 3 out of their last 5 games, playing very up and down. They are coming back home in this game, but this is a very tough matchup against an elite team here in the Atlanta Braves. All right. On top of that, you're talking about facing Eric Fetty, who is definitely a guy that struggles. All right. If we're looking at his splits here, he's coming in for a couple innings, but he's going to be giving up some runs. All right. On the road, 6 ERA, but this game is going to be at home, 3.82. So he's pitched slightly better at home, which is a positive there. But this is Atlanta. All right. These are no college bats here. He's going to have a tough time. And looking at the home run per 9, that does not bode well for going up against an Atlanta lineup. A 2.87 home run per 9 versus righties, a 1.20 versus lefties. This should be a very nice spot here for Atlanta. 13.8 walk rate versus lefties, a 286 batting average versus righties, a 1.4 whip, and a 1.3 whip to lefties and righties. The xFIP on both sides are above 5. I don't need to say much. Give me the Braves. All right, Braves on the money line. Braves minus 1.5 are my 2 plays in this one. That's going to be our breakdown for the slate that we got going on the 9th. Make sure you continue to like, comment, and subscribe. Make sure you smash that Patreon button down below so you can get full access to daily bets, future bets, and access to this group chat that goes off 24/7. Don't miss out on these plays. We're trying to bring consistency here. We're trying to bring solid plays. We're trying to build a community in that group chat as well. Remember, I got future bets already ready for the World Cup. That's going to be posted, like I told you, on Thursday. That's going to be coming out. Get ready for that. The future for the NBA Finals is still in there. If you want the future to the NBA Finals, you click that link provided down below as well. Don't miss out on that. It's just a ton of content here, a ton of opportunities. Smash that like button, smash that comment button, smash that subscribe button, and support. All right, definitely do that. All right, so this is your boy Chef D. I'll be back very soon. Peace out.